Welcome participants. I, Urmila Shravanankar. Today I am going to explain about the Google Scholar. Under the G Suite, that is the Google Suite, there are many more apps or the services are available. And out of these services, some are very useful for teachers as well as the researcher. Everyone, we write a paper and we publish it. So many papers are available on online, but so many times we cannot gather all these papers. But Google is a very smart and it's a very efficient search engine, and it will search all our paper and it will keep under the Google Scholar. So today I am going to explain you how to develop our own profile under the Google Scholar and how to collect our own papers. It is very helpful when we use this paper. We can find out our own citation, how many researchers are going to use our paper, how many has already cited our paper, and then we can keep the collection of all paper. Some feature I will be explaining, and then directly I will be giving you the demo for creating our own profile and searching our own papers. Something about the Google Scholar. The Google Scholar provides a simple way to broadly search for scholarly literature. Google Scholar can boost the worldwide visibility and accessibility of our own content. Google Scholar helps to find relevant work across many disciplines and sources, articles, theses, books, patents, abstracts, court opinion from the academic publishers and the professional societies, online repositories, universities, and other websites. Application launch. This particular application started in 2004, 20th November. Search all scholarly literature from one convenient place. This is a very good feature of the Google Scholar. Explore related work, citations, authors, and publication. As well as the co-authors also we can find out under the Google Scholar. Locate the complete document through our library or on web. Keep up with the recent development in any area of the research. Check whose citation or citing the publication. Create a public profile, and we can view all these things in a one particular platform, and that platform is Google Scholar. Some searching tips are there. How to find out the recent paper. The search results are normally started by relevance, not by date. To find newer article, there are the following options are available. Click since year, from this year to that year. You can select the year, show only the recently published paper, and sort it by the relevance. Click sort by date. It will give you just the new article and according to the date. Click the envelope icon which is available. I am going to show you. This icon is for the new result periodically developed by the email. Now, what do you mean by the citation? The Google Scholar citations provide a simple way for authors to keep the track of citations of their article. So many times we write a paper, but we do not know whether that particular research area is useful or not. If we can see that particular domain, 3 papers are published from my side, and all 3 papers are cited by the multiple authors. That time we can find out, yes, that particular domain is useful for the researcher, and we can develop our own research. The authors can check who is citing your publications. Graph of the citation is also available under the Google Scholar, and compute the several citation metrics like H index, I index. I'm going to explain the definition for that also. you can also make your profile public so that it may appear in the Google. Steps are very simple for creating your own profile, and I am giving you the demonstration for that. Logging to the Google, for that particular purpose, the Google or the Gmail account is very mandatory. Open the URL scholar.google.com. Then just create on my profile. Update the profile and it is already available. It will display or you can create it. It will provide you publications with the Google Scholar Index. And please check the additional paper in that particular list. If additional papers are not there, that particular profile is yours only. So many times, some names are very common. That time, it may happen, it is including the others paper also. That time, it is our duty to delete such papers. Now in that particular Google Scholar, steps are involved. New article in my profile that you can find out. For alert, keeping the alert. New citations in my profile. New recommendation. For example, suppose I am working in cloud computing domain. I am interested what are the new publication in that particular domain. You can keep the alert for that. Whenever new publication comes under the domain of cloud computing, I will get my alert in my Gmail account. The paper listing display. You can display it year-wise, citation count-wise, or the title-wise. The paper details are available, yearly citation, and who is citing your paper and the related articles. Now these are some steps and I am giving you the actual demonstration. This is a simple application. Just type on URL, that is the scholar.google.com. After that, you will get that particular screen, and here it is given that my profile, and here it is the login information is there. Just you click on my profile. After creating my profile, you will get the details and you can enter your details in that particular text boxes like my name, my email ID and all these things. After completing that, go to the next page. In that next page, automatically it will add your all articles. Suppose there are 150 articles under me, it will add one by one all article and you can afterward check it. If you want to update some publication, for example, some publications are not included in your profile, then you can include that, apply updates automatically. Means whenever the new publication comes in under your name, automatically it will update your profile. And how to keep visibility of your profile either in a public domain or a private domain, that is up to you. If you check the box that is the profile public, then it will be available to the public domain. If you are not interested, if you want to keep it for yourself, do not check that particular box and that becomes your private profile. After this, you can complete your this. After completion all these things, you will get that screen. And that screen means what? It is your profile. You can keep your affiliation, your area of interest. Here edit button is there. You can edit it. Under the demo, I will tell you. Now, here the citations are given over there. At present, suppose I am having the citation 520, H index is 10 and the I10 is 13. That means H index means how many papers are available in my profile. Those are having more than 10 citation. So here out of 13 paper, more than 10 paper, 10 citations are having 10 paper and that's why it is a H index. Now you can see the co-authors list. Here Thackeray sir's name is included here because I am a research scholar of Thackeray sir and lot many papers are with Thackeray sir. So you can find out how many co-authors are available, and you can check your paper as well as your co-author's paper. This is the year-wise citation record is there. You can click it. You will get the year-wise citation record. Now, if you click on your co-author, the co-author page will get open. That time you can check it whether my paper is published and it is available with me as well as my co-author. If it is available, then you can check it. Now look at paper number 2. Paper number 2 is my paper and with my guide, that is the Thakre sir's paper. And here you can check everything related to that particular paper. Publication year is 2013 and current citation is 111. Now, what do you mean by H-index? I have already explained it, and under the demonstration also, I will be giving you the clear-cut idea about that. The H-index of publication is the largest number H such that at least H article in that publication were cited at least H times each. Means, for example, mine is 10. So at least there should be a 10 paper. Those are having more than 10 citation. For example, the publication with the 5 articles cited by these papers, the H index will be 3 because greater than 3 only there are 3 papers, and that's 17, 9 and 6, and that's why H index is 3. I index, I10 index means number of papers got minimum 10 citation. What do you mean by co-author here? The list of the author who is having publication with you and having the Google Scholar profile. It is very important. We are having lot many co-author, but the co-author has not created its own profile. Then it is not visible under your profile as a co-author. Now I will be giving you the demonstration. Welcome participants for the Google Scholar demo. Now this is a unique feature given by the Google. Generally, it is not only related to the teacher and student, but it is related to the researcher and the scholars. Those are working on their project. They need to find out what are the related papers and all. It is really helpful and it's a good feature. Now again it comes with a Google. That means you need to create your one Google account. I have created one Gmail account for the demo purpose because my profile is already available, and that's why I cannot prepare the second profile on the same Gmail account. So for that demonstration purpose, I have prepared one particular Gmail ID, and I will be giving you demonstration for creation of the profile as well as using of that particular profile and list of my scholar papers. Now I have already logged in with my Gmail account. Now next tab, just type scholar.google.com. This is the URL for Google Scholar. Now your Google Scholar application is started. Now you can see here you can find out whether you are login or not. Yes, it is login and my name is here. Okay. Second thing, my profile and my library. In my library, all my document will be available. In my profile, everything will be available. At present, I am interested to create my own profile. And then some options are there. We will take one by one, settings and all. These are the regular options. Just click on my profile. After clicking on my profile, then you will get as usual a particular text boxes where we can add our own information. So my email ID, it has already taken from that particular Gmail account. Then I can write down my name, university details, my email ID for verification. Generally, it asks for the organization or institute email ID than the personal email ID for the verification purpose. Okay, so if you are having any particular organization email ID for verification, please submit that email ID. Now, what is the area of interest? Afterward, also you can edit it, no problem at all, but you can write down something. If you are having home page, you can add it. Yes, I am also having home page. You can take it that home page. I will search it my home page. Yes, it is available. My home page is available. And then I will copy that home page ID from here and I will just paste it. Okay. So your homepage address is also linked with your Google Scholar profile. That is the advantage. Then there are 3 steps. One is creation of profile, adding the articles, and then setting these articles. Okay. So I will be using the profile creation from this ID, and then I will show you how to add the articles and setting into my original Google Scholar profile. Just press next. Then it will try to search my some articles. Yes, according to the name, automatically Google will search your all publication. Okay, some it may miss. That time we can correct it using your name, email ID, whatever it is missing, and then you can do it. So it is searching 143 article. Actually it is more than 150 article in my profile. It will ask you all in my profile. Yes, you can take it. Now I will say yes. Then it is asking me the Google Scholar automatically find your new article or Google will find it. So apply updates automatically, that I will select because I do not want to create my profile manually. Because when I say Google profile, Google Scholar profile means my publication, at least it should have the indexing in Google Scholar. So it will search automatically, then only it will take a Google Scholars paper. If you do your own or email me and then you will update your own, so that becomes difficult, or it will become difficult to manage both the thing manually. So I will suggest you apply update automatically, that option you click on. Then public profile help you to peer your following, means personalize and all these things. So your profile you want to make it public. Yes, make it public so that others can view your profile. And after that, means settings are done, articles are completed, and the profile it is created. Suppose I say done, it will create my profile and it will show my paper. So now instead of that dummy email ID, I will show you my profile on original email ID which is already created. Okay, so I will not press done over here. Now I will go to my another account, my original account. Okay, and this my profile is created. At present it is showing name, it is showing the my college name and everything. After that it is showing my area of interest. How to update it? Just you can press it here, and here you can update it, and finally you can say save. Okay, this is so simple. Then following. Following is for if new paper enters into your profile, you will get the alert. For that, I am following my new article which is inserted into the my profile, and I am also following my new citation. Got it? Whenever I get a new citation in my profile, Whenever I get a new article in my profile, I get alert in my email ID. This is my original email ID and I get the alert. This is the advantage of that particular option. Now here you can see all the papers are available in my profile. You can check how many papers you are having. Yes, you can view and you can check. Yes, I'm having 157 papers. These are included by Google Scholar. Means all paper are indexed by Google Scholar. Okay, 157 paper. Google has searched according to my email name. Sometimes what happens, we write a paper using your first name and then surname, like Urmila Shravankar. My initial is UN Shravankar. So sometimes our student, they write our name on our paper UN Shravankar. Means there are two person. One is Urmila Shravankar. Second one is UN Shravankar. Third option is also there. So many conferences and journals, they ask surname first and then name. That means my again third category of name is Shravankar Urmila. One more category, they do not write the complete name like a Shravankar U. So there are multiple combinations are there for writing the paper. So that I request everyone to you also write on your paper the same unique name, as well as you also give the instruction to your co-author to write the name as you decide. Okay, that means Google will search your paper very fast. Here my name is little bit unique, Urmila Shravankar. I do not find any other person with that name. That's why I'm getting the complete record. But what happens, some names are very common, like a Patil, Deshmukh, Deshpande, Kulkarni, and all these names are like a Thakre surname. It's a very common name, and with that particular name, multiple persons are available. That time what happens, unfortunately, we miss some paper and some other papers may add into your profile. So that time you need to check here, and suppose it is not your paper. For example, suppose I do not want to keep this paper into my record because I do not have this my paper. So you can click on and then you can delete that particular paper. That way you can maintain your profile properly and keep it updated. Then only you will get your citation, H index, HI index, and I-10 index at properly. Otherwise, that calculation won't be meaningful. So this is for updating your all paper into your record. And second thing, if your papers are not with same name or different name and all these things, then it is you can update manually after getting the complete list of paper. Okay. Now at the top of this particular line, there are 2-3 options are available. Now here it is showing year. It is showing cited by. Means this is sorted or indexed by the sorted by. Means the highest number at the top and the lowest number at the bottom. Suppose I press year, so I will get the list year-wise publication. I will get my list year-wise publication. Here you can say 2021, 2020, 2020, 2020, and then 2019 and so on. Means you will get the paper according to the year of publication. Same way you can ask for the title-wise also. It will start giving the publication title wise alphabetically. A is the beginning, that's why it is starting from the A. This way you will get the list. This is your choice how to maintain the list. Okay. Now here one more option is there, add article group. So that particular, if your papers are in particular, one group is available and you want to add that group, you can add it. But again, I will recommend you, do not add any paper manually into your Google Scholar, because it's a Google Scholar means indexing Google Scholar. So that time, let Google will search your paper and then only it will add into your profile. That will be the perfect profile. Okay, add an article. Suppose I see the list is there, but all papers are in my profile, but by mistakenly this particular paper is available and this paper is not in my profile. That time you can say add that particular paper into your profile. Okay, so this option is only for searching your paper are in profile or not. And one more option is there, add article manually. But if it is a Google Scholar profile, you should not add manually this article into your profile because this is not indexed by the Google, and because of that reason Google is not searching your article for your profile. So that way you can avoid that, but if you want to it, you can do it. Okay, no problem at all. That is your choice. Configure article update. Now how to check the updates and all that you can configure here automatically. I told you in the setting, and don't automatically add into the profile. They will email you and then only it will add it. But who will take care of your email and all these things? Means reading the email, then informing Google to add that article. This is the multiple steps. Instead of that, you can directly say yes, add it. Okay, so this is the one more option is available. Then there are three dots are there. Generally all option you get it from that particular three dots. So here view trash. If by mistakenly if you are deleted a paper and which is useful to you, that time you can check your, that is the recycle folder, trash folder, and then you can find out. Now I do not have such type of paper. I have updated my profile, and because of that no article is there. But by mistakenly if you are deleted, you will get that article, and then you can again call back this article into your profile. Okay, so this is your creation of profile, maintaining the record of profile. Okay, is it, I hope it is clear. Creating your profile, you can add your photographer. Just click it here and it will ask you upload the photograph file. You upload it and then click it, you will get a photograph here. Your profile photograph will be there, and then title wise you can index, you can index site wise, cited by, you can index year wise, then adding the article. Then here some option like removing the option, merge, and all these things are available. You just click it, you will get options available. For example, sometimes what happens, we publish a paper and that is a conference publication. After sometimes they ask us to send that particular paper upgraded version or more advanced paper into the journal, and we agree also, that is the Scopus journal, and we agree it. So that time what happens, these two papers are same, but it is appearing on two different places. For example, that is a Springer conference, and that's why in a Springer conference you are getting this paper. Now second, the extended version of this paper is published in one Scopus journal. Now both the paper are actually same, only the extension version is there. So that time in a Google profile you will get two papers. Okay, but actually it is a one paper. So that time you can merge both the paper. You can click it and you can merge it. I will show you one demo. One of my student has done such type of thing and it is available here. I will show you Sampada. Sampada Vazalwar. Okay, these two papers are same. Can you find out implementation of sign language into English using the NLP technique, and then implementation of the sign language into the English. So suppose I do both, click and then I can merge it. No problem at all. And here Google is also not calculating double citation. Google is also not counting the two paper, but only it is displaying two paper because one is the conference paper. This is the SmartTech 2017 conference paper, and that particular extended version of the paper, it is published in Taylor and Francis journal. So I want to keep both the paper because basically it is a conference paper. Now it is published in Taylor and Francis journal, but it is taking only one citation, and you can see both way. You can take one, merge it or different. It will not count as a two paper, it will not count as a double citation, but you can view it. But if you are interested, you can merge the paper or you can delete one of the paper. Okay, that is your own choice. This is my choice. Keep both the paper, no problem. Okay, now I hope this part is clear. Creation of the profile, adding your interest, adding your home page, adding your designation and all, following citation, following your new paper into your article, updating the paper, title wise sorting, cited by wise sorting, and then year wise sorting list. Then you can check your other option. You can add paper. Manually adding is also available, but I do not recommend that for the manual addition, because for that Google will not count for the citation and all, because it is not a basically Google Scholars paper. Okay, this is the all about the left hand side. Now we will go for the right hand side over here, and in right hand side you can find out cited by, view all, and I will do it. Okay, now here I'm getting the citation record from 2013 onwards. If I press it cited by, then I will get it year wise record also. That is also possible. Okay, view all, then I will get a year wise record. You can scroll that scroll bar, means I got started citation from 2010 and now it is the 2020. Because of the limited space, it is displaying only 2013 to 2020. Otherwise, your discount will not match with discount. Okay, here the bars are given over there for the graphical representation of your citation year wise. So many times UGC, AICT format, they ask us year wise citation, they ask us year wise publication. So it is a very good tool to maintain our own record. Okay, this record is maintained by the Google Scholar, and no need to worry about how many papers I have published. At the time of giving the record anyone, you can do it. Okay, now here it is showing number of citation, and when I bring that particular cursor, it is giving the definition also. It is the number of citation for all publication in that particular column, and the recent version, and this matrix in the citation for the last 5 years only. Got it? Means you are getting this citation, though it is from the 2010, I think, but it will count it from the last 5 years also. Then H index. What do you mean by H index? The number of paper having the citation more than 10. My high index is 10. Means I am having number of papers 10. Those are having I10, means indexing 10, more than 10. Now let me count it. Here 1 paper, 2 paper, 3 paper, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. And now these 3 papers are having exactly 10 citation. So for calculating H index, it will not count the 10 because it will count more than 10. And 10 means what? I am having 10 paper having the citation more than 10. So this is called as the H index. This is also asked by so many agency at the time of feeding the data for the faculty record. Okay. Now I10 means number of paper having the 10 citation. I means that 10, count 10 citation. Just now we have counted 13 papers are there. Those are having the count 13. Okay, now it is giving you since 2015 and all these things. Last 5 years, last 10 years, it will divide that. Okay, now again interesting feature. This is the list of my co-author. Actually, many more co-authors are there, but they have not created their own Google profile. If you and your author, your co-author has a Google profile, both of them, then only the list will be available here. Now, I have done my PhD work under the guidance of Dr. V.M. Thackeray, and that's why Thackeray Sirs is also name over there, and this profile is listed in my profile. These are my students. Those are working under me for the research purpose, and their profile is created with me, and it is listed. There are many more students are there. Those are working in the PG level as well as PhD level, but they have not created their own profile, and because of that list is very short. Okay, no problem at all. For maintaining our own record, everyone has to prepare their Google profile. Automatically, you will get the list of your papers and no need to worry about keeping the record of that. Whenever we get any query about our paper, citation, index and all, so directly you can open your Google profile and you will get everything available. Okay. Now I want to go to the my co-author's profile. Okay, I will select Thakre sir's profile. Just click on that. Now Thakre sir's profile is open. Now I can see Thakre sir's citation, profile, number of papers and everything. Now I work under the Thakre sir. This is the Thakre sir's profile. Now my name is also listed under the Thakre sir's profile. This is called as the collaborative research, and you will find out a particular person and with their co-authors. Second person with their co-author. So many times what happens, Thakre sir is having lot many students, research scholar. Suppose scholar number 1, scholar number 2. I am the scholar number 1 and the one another person is the scholar number 1. Okay, so Thakre sir is having the same connectivity with the scholar 1 and the scholar 2. But I am having the connectivity through Thakre sir. So there are so many tools are available to show the collaborative research. From that, what is the advantage of that? You can find out similar type of paper, similar type of researcher. Suppose I am interested in cloud computing and I want to search for how many other scholars, how many other researchers are working in that particular area. That time you can use any tool and you can find out what are the scholar, what are the authors and researcher are publishing the paper under the cloud computing area, so that when I want to write a paper and I want to find out the scholar papers about that particular topic, it is very good tool to collect all this particular paper and then you can use as a literature survey paper. Okay, so this is the thing available, number of authors. This is again my original profile. Cited by, I told you, view all also I told you, these are the number and this is the profile. This is my co-author. Now suppose by mistakenly some co-author name is added into my profile and I found that this is not my co-author, or suppose I have not written a single paper with that particular author. Sometimes it happens because of what? Because of similar name. Suppose a particular, this is my co-author Girish Talmale. Suppose he is having, Girish Talmale is having 4 or 5 paper. Okay, but so other name, other person is also having the same name Girish Talmale. So it may happen both the names are appearing into my profile. That time there is an option edit. You will get lot many or number of researchers available over here. And then this is the plus and this is the minus sign. Plus means yes, he is my co-author. Yes, she is my co-author. You can add it whenever you update the profile. But suppose a particular person is not your co-author, and that time you can just press a negative button and you can delete that particular person from your co-author list. Okay, so that way you can maintain your co-author list properly. This is also a good thing. After updating, press correct mark or you can cross it if you want to keep attached. So this is your co-author profile and this. Now last, but it is a very important tool. Suppose I want to download all this, my paper record, my publisher and my citation and everything in an Excel format. Yes, it is a very good tool and it is very, very helpful for us to maintain our record. Instead of typing each and every paper and keeping a file with us, you can create a Google Sheet. or Excel sheet, and in that Excel sheet you can add it. Now I will select all my paper. Show more 20 are by default it's display 20 paper in a one page, and then afterward more the 157 all paper. Now show more button is disabled, that means I do not have more than 157 paper listed in Google Scholar. So I will select all my papers. You select all paper and okay, now all papers are selected. Yes, confirm it. I confirm it. Now there is a button. Up till now, that button was not available here. But as soon as I select all paper, that button is enabled to me. Now export. This particular option is very good. I will export that particular paper list. Now there are 2-3 options are there. You can take it as a BibTeX format or EndNote format or reference man format or CSV format. The CSV format is a very easy format. It is similar to our Excel. So I will take Excel file. Google error. Okay. My basic email ID, it is not getting. I will do that. My login, first login was with this one. I will close this, sign out, sign out, sign out. Okay. And then I will log into this. If error comes, that means there is a problem with login. Just to log in with your account where you have created the profile. My login is ready. Now again I will go to the Google Scholar. The icon is available now because second time I am logging with that. In my page profile it is available. Now I will do the export. Select all the paper first because I am interested to select all the paper. If you are interested for a particular paper, 1 year paper only, you click on this button and then you can do it. Okay. Suppose you want year wise paper publication, then select all. Okay. Select all paper year wise. I will show you how to get a list of publication year wise in Excel sheet. Now I will say export. Export CSV format. Now it is downloading. That was an error because I log in with my another account, that is the demo purpose created, and my profile is created in my original account. The confusion was there, and that's why because of the confusion, that particular feature is for the owner only. Means I cannot download any others list. I can download my own list only. Now this is citation. This file is available. Open it. And this is the Excel sheet is ready for me. Okay, this is the Excel sheet is ready for us. So that way you can get the your profile complete file available for complete file is available for your reference, that you can do it. Now this some papers are unchecked. I need to check all, and then I need to do that. Yes, now all papers are checked. Again, you can do that. No problem at all. Export CSV. Login problem. This comes because of the network connectivity issue also. Don't worry, log in it again. Now go to the Scholar. Scholar record is available. Select the title, select all paper, select all paper, and then yes, now all papers are selected. Now you can go. You can go for export, and this some error, but okay, this is the procedure. This is the Google site connectivity problem, but this is the procedure, and you can get all the papers listed in one particular Excel file. That way you can collect all the paper in an Excel file. No need to type your own. Automatically Google has given you the facility to do all these things. Okay. I hope this is very, very clear to you how to create a profile. Now one more last but not least, very, very important. So many places they ask you the Google Scholar handle. So you can select this particular, this is my handle. Means whenever you click on that particular link, automatically my profile will get open. Okay. And you can give that particular link to someone who is asking for your Google Scholar profile link. You can do it and you will get it. I will show you how to link that. I will open my page, Urmila Shravankar site. I have opened that particular page and I'll link all my profile with all these things. Look at, this is my Scopus profile, this is my ORCID, SEM, Web of Science, IEEE Explore and all. Here Google Scholar profile is there. Once I select the Google Scholar, I get a handle at my URL link. So if likewise, and you can open it. If you open it, my Google Scholar profile will get open. So this is called as the Google Scholar handle. Okay, so that also you can use it. These are the features available. I hope I have covered all the feature of Google Scholar. And I request all the participants, please create a profile today itself and collect your paper. Those who have not collected your paper, research paper, with your co-author's paper, you can collect it, then you export it into the Excel sheet and then you keep it with you. Whenever upgrade comes, you will get a email alert and then you can check your profile for a new update there. This is my personal request to create your own profile so that you can collect your all paper. Thank you so much for the patience listening. If you are having any doubt, difficulty, you can contact me anytime. My contact details are given in my presentation. Please, you can log into my email ID. You can send me the query on my email ID also. You can ask me query on our this Telegram group or the WhatsApp group. No problem at all. Thank you so much for the patience listening.